All right, everybody, what's going on? You know why we're here. Black Clover, 10 years old, new chapters. Let's talk about it. Yeah, Black Clover. It's crazy to think Black Clover is 10 years old. I think my hero was what, like 8 years old, right before it ended. Yeah, Black Clover is still 10 years old and kicking around, and the newest chapters have been, you know, okay, not like mind-blowing, but pretty good. The art is as great as ever. And yeah, the Black Clover final arc for sure is overhated, and I would say just slightly underrated. But to anybody who has already read the chapters, without spoiling, what did you think of the new chapters? I thought the new chapters were cool. All right, nice. Excuse me 1 second. To be honest, ever since this new schedule started, I have to go back and reread because there's such long gaps between releases. Yeah, so I read the last like 5 chapters before stream, so I'm like mostly fresh. Everything's still fresh. It has been about a year since I reread this most recent arc. Because I remember we were catching up to it like a year ago, something like that. Whenever the second to last winter batch of chapters was, because that's when I did my What Happened at Black Clover video. So if you go look at my channel, if you go find the What Happened in Black Clover video, that was the last time I like binged the current arc of Black Clover. So if you include the Land of the Sun and then the fight against Lucius, I have not done that since. I probably won't for a while, just because, I mean, even a year is still pretty recent. I can remember basically everything in the last like year or so. For the most part, I can't remember all the names, obviously, but I remember like most of the basic concepts. But yeah, it's crazy that this final arc is still going on. I don't know how much longer it's got left. I mean, maybe like another year, 2 tops, just because of the seasonal pacing, but I think it's gonna get resolved relatively soon. Big emphasis on relatively. Don't think you. Well, Usama, I have no idea what you're talking about. So is the final chapter 383? I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. I kind of doubt it. I feel like I would have known. All right. I feel like Twitter would be saying 10th anniversary Black Clover ends, right? I did look at Twitter. I didn't see anything like that. Excuse me. What does Black Clover do better than My Hero? Better family of characters. My Hero has a bunch of good characters, and there are instances of good character chemistry, but overall, the like groups and families of characters of the groups and families of characters in Black Clover feel more like teams, feel more like families than the groups / teams in My Hero. And also, Tabata isn't better than Horikoshi in terms of art. I would say they're both equal rivals. Maybe Horikoshi has a slight edge. That being said, both of their respective art styles are, you know, very distinguishable, instantly recognizable. And I mean, almost like, you know, dollar for dollar. They can each draw any manga in their own art style, and they're both gonna make it look really good. Like they both drew Bleach, for example. They both killed it. I think the only example where Horikoshi has beaten Tabata is Tabata has drawn My Hero in the past. He drew Deku, Bakugo, and Uraraka. And they looked okay. They didn't really look great, but they didn't look terrible. But Horikoshi drew Noelle recently for the anniversary. We might do that today, depending on how fast we read these chapters. If you go on Twitter, if you go on the internet, you can find it. He drew Noelle, and my God, does that look good. Excuse me 1 second. I'm a bit all over the place today because of YouTube issues. Somebody said YouTube might be bugging today. It was definitely bugging for me. I'm in the middle of streaming and uploading a video at the same time, which is a first for me. So if you'll excuse me 1 minute, witness the process. And by witness the process, I mean watch me click upload. Now that YouTube has told me I can actually upload my video. That's good. Do this for today. 2:30. Yeah, that makes sense. Beautiful. And then we'll go 1 more second. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. YouTube did not want to be my friend today. I won't get into the nitty gritty because honestly, I don't think you guys care. But TLDR, I was ready to upload a video a while ago before stream. YouTube was like, actually, we're going to make you wait way longer than you probably need to. And that is why I'm uploading the video in the middle of a stream, because YouTube was like, sorry, we don't care about your schedule. Just the perks of being a aspiring full-time YouTuber. The illustrations for Black Clover were awesome to see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to look at those today in the stream, because I want to give my thoughts, and also the one I've seen of Horikoshi looks really good. or from Horikoshi. Will Vagabond get a potential anime adaptation or not? It could, right? They've done weirder announcements. I know some studio said they wanted to do it. Somebody in chat, I know they said it within the last year or so. Somebody in chat put in chat who said they wanted to do something like Vagabond. I think it was, I want to say it was the studio that made Arcane, the show about League of Legends. I could be wrong. It might have been Science Saru. It might have been Mappa. Somebody said they wanted to do an adaptation, and I think the words were of an anime like Vagabond. I can't remember who it was though, but somebody said that. It may have also been the studio that does Castlevania, but I don't think that's right. It's crazy how Jujutsu Kaisen completely dunked on every new gen, even to this day. It was always one. It was number one until it wasn't number one, and then it, excuse my mouth, ate shit. And now it's like Tokyo Revengers, where like even its fans are like, yeah, whatever. Like when season 3 drops, fans are gonna watch it and they're gonna hype it up for a bit, and especially for the hype moments. But I don't think it's gonna be nearly as big as Shibuya season 2. I think season 2 was probably the peak of Jujutsu Kaisen, kind of like what you saw with Demon Slayer. Some people keep asking about Steel Ball Run. Your favorite arc of SBR? Probably the True Man's Land, the Uberman, the one in the cabin. That was a good fight. It's been so long, I forget the character's name, but it's the one with Gyro. What do you think about the sound effects in Fire Force Season 3? I thought the sound effects, the sound design was fine. It was just the visuals that were kind of underwhelming, I guess. The 3 chapter per season helped Tabata a lot, and I don't know, I love reading the action spreads from the recent chapters. I mean, you can go back to chapter 1. Tabata has been doing amazing double spreads from the beginning. That's not a new thing. That being said, I'm sure the relaxed release schedule has definitely alleviated a lot of unnecessary stress for him. We got Gamer Chan Leanne in the chat. What's going on, Leanne? All right, let's go ahead and get this party started, if you will. By the way, there should be updates on the Steel Ball Run anime this coming September. What makes you say September? I know Jump Festa is what, December? So I know that much, but why? What makes you say September? Anyway, we are on chapter 381. So as always, we get a gorgeous color spread for the latest batch of chapters. Basically just a sort of Avengers big team rush of all the characters. Now, something to note, it's so in celebration of the anniversary, I imagine it's as many characters as we can fit, and it's supposed to ideally encapsulate the whole series. It's all of the Black Bulls, right? So Asta, Yami, all the Black Bulls. We got Mikasa, not Mikasa, Mimosa, Mikasa, Mimosa. We got the Silvas. We got Charlotte. We got the Vermilions. We got what's her name, the Sleeping Witch. We got Yami's sister. We got Seke, right, the bronze guy. Mouse P4DD just subscribed. Well, hello, welcome to the channel. Basically we got most of the characters. All right, I think we have all of the captains. Some interesting absences to note. The Shogun of the Land of the Sun is not present. The singing girl, what's her name, from the water country is here, but the dancing guy isn't. I don't see him. Also, Julius and Max are way in the back, but you can't see their faces. Trying to think. I know I was thinking of somebody that's not in here. I don't know. There's plenty more characters. Excuse me. There's plenty more characters they could have thrown in, but for the most part, it's all encapsulating. It's pretty thorough. Looks gorgeous. I wouldn't say any of the characters particularly stand out besides our main trio of Yuno, Noelle, and Asta. They got their classic red, blue, and green theme going on. So overall, very colorful color spread. I do like that it's all of the characters. That being said, I do wish it had been something like maybe less characters, but bolder, outfits. Although now that I say that, I'm pretty sure they posted something about that being in the magazine and not just in the chapter. So Black Clover has finally ended. What a day. Nope, people keep saying that. I don't think it ended. I just think we have a while to go. Maybe my title was a bit misleading. Of course, I'm going to be reading these chapters, so if you don't want to get spoiled, might be time to peace out. I'm a hop out, but enjoy, guys. All right, thanks, Usama. Thanks for stopping by. Just wait until September 23rd. All right, that is eerily vague, but I guess I'll wait. Anyway, so recap, I don't know how he did it, but he now has his magic and he has like half of Asta's anti-magic. So Yuno with the wind spirit magic and anti-magic is fighting Lucius, who at the moment basically has all the magics. Which honestly, if there were to be a villain who was gonna do that, I feel like having Lucius do it makes the most sense. And honestly, I'm surprised we didn't get this sooner. So he slashes at Lucius. Yuno comments that Asta's sword is super heavy. So it's not like this is just easy for him. Some kind of laser attack. Oh, Yuno is using all of Asta's anti-magic attacks. He goes to attack him. Lucius blocks it. They clash. Lucius seems to have the win. Yuno activates Black Neverland. Seems to be erasing Lucius's magic. So now it's a race to see whose magic will run out first. Yuno's anti-magic or Lucius's magic. All of the paladins, the like archangels, are now back and they're powered up. A bunch of question marks just subscribed. Wagwan OG. I don't know what Wagwan means, but hello, Extaria. Pleasure to have you. How you doing? We also have Northbound. Hello, how are you? Excuse me. So now we have Noelle is gonna go help Asta, presumably, while Mario Leona fights Noelle's mother. And now Mimosa is tending to Asta, and of course will do her usual thing and use some kind of miraculous healing magic. She says, I don't have enough magic to heal Asta. She can't do what she needs to do unless she stops healing everyone else. But everyone says, look, we're fine. We need him to save the kingdom. And then, oh, what a cool moment. And then the, what is it? The spade? No. Which kingdom is this? The other kingdom, not the spade kingdom. The diamond kingdom? Am I crazy? It's been a hot minute. Clover. You can tell I don't play a lot of cards. Clover, spade. Clover, spade, heart. I think it would be diamond. Am I crazy? Yeah, clover, spade, diamond. So this is the diamond kingdom. They come to save the day. What? And it's like all of them too. It's what's his name with the gem on his head. Also the other guy who was like kind of a dickhead is fighting with them. The one guy with the family who, you know, is always like, oh, I better get out of here. Asta's sword mentor, his witch wife, literal witch, the assassin girl, and then some random character. Who is that character? Oh, is that the girl that got killed when they did the testing? I thought she died. Also, what is this character's name? Excuse me, Mars. Is it me? Or does Mars look absolutely shredded? Anyway, let's find out. Yeah, it's the Diamond Kingdom. We got Devrat Singh in the chat. What's going on? It says to be continued. No, that's just what it always says. Crimson and Four-Leafed Clover. Any news about Vinland Saga Season 3? Not that I know of. I haven't heard anything. Oh. Yeah, so this is... So, what's his name? The scientist guy, he was the one who did all the experiments on the people in the Diamond Kingdom. So now the people in the Diamond Kingdom are going to be the ones to fight him. I like that. Good job, Tabata. So somebody shows up. You're the ghost of the past, Morris. Even without your body modifications, we've grown stronger. Morris says, my former greatest success, Pheramena, one of the 8 shining generals and host of the Spirit of Earth. Bro, what a badass looking character. God damn. Spirit of the Earth. She's got all these scars. She's got a gem on her chest. She's got like the half her hair down, but like half her hair in braids. So she kind of, she's got a similar hairstyle to, oh my God, what's her name in, Radiant? Who's the night girl in Radiant? Radiant girl. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, this is gonna kill me. Okoho. She's got a similar hairstyle to Okoho. Although she doesn't have like a ponytail. Honestly, she kind of reminds me of, what's his name from the Heart Kingdom? Who's like the personal guard to the Queen of the Heart Kingdom? She's kind of got like a similar vibe to him. I've just gotten into anime. It's cool. Dragon Ball was cool, but I got tired of Dragon Ball Z during the Imperfect Cell thing. Damn, honestly, Cell is my favorite. Dever, if you're looking for anime recommendations, feel free to drop some questions in chat. I'm sure everybody in chat would love to recommend some of their favorite anime and manga. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, I'm good. So her name is Pheramena or Pheramena or Pheramena. I'm gonna call her Pheramena. I like that. That's really cool. Honestly, this is one of the better chapters. Many thanks are in order. Well, that's just what we do around here. So they're fighting Morris. Mereoleona is fighting Noelle's mother. Yuno is still fighting Lucius. Oh, so now Sally and all the scientists are using these cubes to protect everyone? Okay. That's pretty cool. Damn, I feel like everybody's getting like their own moment in this arc, which is really nice. Even if it's like a short cameo, I feel like everyone is getting their time to shine, which is really nice. She was shown in chapter 275 or 277, somewhere around, but her face didn't get shown, just her outfit was shown. Are you talking about Pheramena? I'll have to look into that. So basically all of the old villains are now teaming up with the Clover Kingdom to fight Lucius, which is awesome. So basically Sally came up with anti-magic guns. Is that what this is? Huh. All right. Last chapter of the batch. So again, fighting Lucius, trying to drain him of all his magic. I think we can guess it's not going to work. They're clashing. They split up. It's a battle of attrition, just like your borrowed anti-magic. Yeah, it was Faramina that we saw in chapter 277. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Everybody's working to protect Mimosa while she heals Asta. Lucia says no matter how often you defeat them, the angels will rise again, which, I mean, we already kind of figured at this point. And almost on cue, Charmy shows up to Mimosa, gives her special magic food to restore her mana. And of course, now she's gonna have enough mana to heal Asta. Which, like, can you imagine if this was a video game, how busted this would be? Having a healer to heal your healer to heal your beefy damage character. How crazy would that be? That would be like if you had the two best healers on your Marvel Rivals team and you just had one really, really good, like, clutch, basically busted DPS. That's basically what's happening. You have the healer to heal the healer when the healer can't heal anymore. And that healer is so busted that they can just always heal your DPS. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I like the final page of the last chapter. I don't like how small Asta's sword looks and how small it looks compared to the lettering. I don't know. That looks weird to me. Doesn't look bad. It just looks weird. So overall, some really good chapters from Black Clover. I think the highlight is the fact that we got so many good character moments for old villains and side characters. It really does feel like every single character is getting their own moment. Like, even if it's a brief cameo, nobody feels forgotten in this final arc, which is really nice. Like, if you're a Black Clover fan, it's so awesome to be able to say every character got something. So that's really all I have to say about the Black Clover chapters. Again, they look really good. I do want to take a few minutes to look at the like art collaborations. But first I want to check out chapter 275 and see if we can find Pheramina. So if we go to Black Clover 270, let's start 275. Yeah, so this was still back in the Spade arc. All right, so it's probably chapter 277 then. Let's see. Nope, it was not chapter 277. Let's see if the wiki can help us. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So as far as I have found, this is the first time we're really seeing her character. It's a shame we didn't get more of this character. She has one of the cooler designs in the whole series. So in that sense, it's a shame. Who still uses Wikipedia anyway? Fan wikis are very helpful just for finding references. Like if you are trying to find something in One Piece, but you can't remember the chapter, the One Piece wiki is very good with references. As far as I remember, the Black Clover one is pretty good as well. Anyway, let's take a look at Twitter. See if we can't find some of these posts. Let's see. So we got Noelle. So far the only one I can find is Noelle. I think that's the only one that's been posted. Let's see. Black Clover 10th anniversary. Oh, here we go. Shonen Jump news. Coming in clutch as per usual. Akutami drew one of the Vermilions. That one looks okay. Kind of lame if you ask me. Kishimoto drew Asta. That one's pretty cool. This one's more funny than like artistic, but I do like it. I don't hate it, but I like it. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. Oda drew Asta. Honestly, this is one of Oda's better out of One Piece drawings. So honestly, I like this one better than the Kishimoto one. What else we got? Oh, we got the Demon Slayer artist. That one's really cool. I like that one. Kubo. Oh, come on. As if on cue. Kubo drew what's his name with the mask, and it looks shockingly beautiful. I love it. Oh, Suzuki from Sakamoto Days drew Yami. That's pretty cool. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. That one's all right. Shinohara from Witch Watch drew Asta. Pretty good. What else we got? Food Wars. That one's not bad. Honestly, I wish some of these artists had drawn characters besides Asta. Like, there's so many other characters. Like, at least Horikoshi drew Noelle. Like, there's so many other characters besides Asta. Matsumoto of Kaiju number 8 drew Asta, and it looks okay. Yusuke Murata drew Asta. Honestly, that one's probably the best, and it's not even in color. That's the crazy part. And honestly, I like his Noelle better than Horikoshi's. Horikoshi's Noelle just looks like a character from My Hero. Like, it's clearly Noelle, but that just looks like a character that could be in My Hero. Yusuke Murata's Noelle looks like Noelle, just in his style. So I feel like that's the best one for that reason. Here we go. That's dope. So he drew, Tabata drew Asta and Yuno in these royal outfits, and they look like absolute badasses. That's what I wanted to see. The double spread is pretty good, but honestly, I like that a lot better. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I'm very underwhelmed with most of these drawings. I feel like most of them are very generic drawings of Asta. Yeah. Kubo's... I like that Kubo drew Zora. That's almost predictable. I wish he had put a little more into it, but I don't hate it. Akutami's is not bad, but I feel like it looks nothing like the character. I would say the three best out of these are Yusuke Murata, Horikoshi, and probably Kubo. But the artist of Witch Watch and Oda and Kishimoto also did well. So slightly underwhelming, but still a very nice send-off for Black Clover. Gun said hello, have a good stream. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up in a few minutes, but thank you. So Devra, if you're looking for anime, go on Live Chart and go on Mal. Those are going to be where you can find like the most popular anime and also the highest rated anime. So she actually appeared in chapter 79. That makes more sense. Let's try this again. And thank you, Justin, for looking that up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Crap. Black Clover. Gotta go way back. Chapter 79. Chapter 79 towards the end. Yep, so we go to the Diamond Kingdom. Would I call that a reveal though? I mean, they're completely hidden. Although I guess that does count. Yeah, I don't know. That seems a bit iffy to me. It's the one covered up, yeah. Honestly, she almost seems like a redesign or just like a gender swap of the character on the right on pages 18 and 19 because they look very similar. They both have a lot of scars on their face. They both have this sort of open chest design, although I guess they all do. Also, their hair is completely different, so I guess that's not a fair comparison. But yeah, I guess that would count, right? Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's stream. I don't know what we're gonna do Thursday. Thursday will likely be some kind of read-through stream. Maybe we'll make it a Dawn stream just to sort of talk about Dawn since we didn't do Dawn today since there's no chapter. I don't know yet, but we'll see. Look out for the newest video that I dropped about 30 minutes ago on Ira and GG, Dawn's biggest ship after Okarun and Momo. And then look out for a video this weekend. But until then, thanks everybody, and I'll see you Thursday. Peace.